Hey guys, Akil here. Welcome back to the Trading Coach Podcast. I can't tell you how excited I am for today's episode because this may be one of my favorite podcast episodes to date. And we've done over 1,000 of these, so that's saying something. And I don't want the title to confuse you. When I say talking about the need to trade lower time frames, that's different than saying that you need to trade lower time frames. And in today's podcast, I'm going to share with you an accountability session where my partner, my good friend Jason Greystone, goes into details about why he started on lower time frames and why he made the transition to higher time frames and how that works in the overall kind of puzzle of life, business, financial freedom, time freedom, all of the stuff that should matter to us. So make sure you check it out. I think this is a great episode no matter what part of your trading journey you are in, whether you're a very new trader trying to looking for an idea of how I can path things out for the future, or whether you're a veteran, you're experienced, and you're looking for what's the next step. So without further ado, let's hop in.
Alex, how you doing?
Yes, Jason. Hey, do you hear me?
I can, yeah. How are you?
Amazing. Couldn't be better.
Good, yeah.
Since I've joined Tier 1, I mean, I'm absolutely over the moon, as always, as you can see. And how about yourself?
I'm very well. I'm excited to hear what progress you've been making, because you're not a stranger to the accountability sessions now. So how's it all been going? What have you been doing?
Well, yes, indeed, it is my third session. And last time I've been here 8 weeks ago. And since then, I've just got a few questions for you, basically, Jason, if that's all right.
Okay.
But before that, initially, so many thank you for the information you've uploaded on the platform and all the streams and all the live rooms and everything. Just mind-blowing how much I get from all of this stuff. So anytime I'm going to open the accountability session, you will hear me being thankful for what you guys just did.
I appreciate that, mate. That's amazing. I'm so glad that you got so much value from the platform.
So basically, since I've built up my roadmap, if you remember, that was like 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Time really flies. Per the roadmap, I was supposed to follow one currency pair, pound Aussie, watch it closely on all the time frames, get the feeling, get the tempo, get the breathing room of the one pair to kind of better understand what's going on there, how it feels. And I only did that for 2 weeks since I started doing that. And it was massively beneficial in terms of understanding the stronghold and the power of indicators and the price action. I kind of realized that a 3-bar reversal, for example, on a 15-minute is a different story to a 3-bar reversal on a 4-hour chart.
Yep.
How it affects, whether you do more right. So that was cool, but I also realized that I'm going to burn myself out sooner or before I achieve my goals if I continue being there on a 15-minute, on a 1 hour. And I had a feeling that I'm kind of milking a goat in a way, kind of, pushing the trade, being there, always on the spot, always ready to pull the trigger. And that's exhausting. So that kind of, in a way, played a good role for me because it moved me to higher time frames. And I shifted towards the daily time frame. But before I go into daily time frames, I was wondering if you could possibly tell me how did you find for yourself the smaller time frames? Because obviously I can imagine that many traders, if not all of us, start with smaller time frames and kind of get this feeling, there's your money, you can get it now, kind of that kind of thing. But now, I'll put it this way, had you known back then that one day you'll be absolutely 100% financially free, all set up, all nice and would you have ever considered starting off small time frames? And was that beneficial to you in terms of some understanding? So I was wondering, what's your opinion on that?
That's a great question. For me, the lower time frames scratched an itch. I'd come from years and years of clocking into a job and exchanging my time for money, and I believed that you had to work and work to feel worth and feel value for your money and earn your keep, right? So when I went into trading for the first time, one of the things that I was struggling with is not having enough activity, because I'd gone from exchanging time for money all day to not really doing a lot, and I didn't believe in myself that if I did less I could earn more money. It's not in me. Like, I don't think it's in any human naturally, because we've just evolved as this time for money bartering, I provide a service, you give me the money, I clock in, clock out. Cash has been such a time for exchange thing that, personally, the lower time frames kept me calm, because I felt like I was doing something for my money. So I needed more opportunities in order to relieve that. I knew deep down that I didn't need to, I could make a system on a higher time frame, but for me it was just more of an activity thing, to feel like I was doing something to earn money. And if I wasn't doing anything, I felt out of control. I felt like, oh, I'm not gonna earn enough, or I'm not gonna. And it was just a natural thing that, like, an evolutional thing that was in me. It wasn't really. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I mean, that's incredible, because I was also wondering if this, by any chance, helps, or does something else for the successful trader mindset in terms of a long term. Say you consider yourself a great trader holding a few mils account. Everything's nice, everything's smooth. You enjoy your life, but you run this multi-million business. Okay, and once you run this multi-million business, you do trading effectively. But does this trading on the smaller time frames, this kind of activity, being there, does it benefit? Does it play towards this successful mindset?
Yeah, that's why I stopped day trading in 2020, because I've got better use of my time. And the truth is, there's a lot of emotional benefits to trading like the 60-minute time frame, because and one of those emotional benefits is when you go through a losing period. So what I've found is, when I go through a losing, like if I have 2 losing trades in a row, say, I know that the next winning trade that I'm likely to take is going to come quicker than me having to wait longer, right? So if I had a losing trade on the daily, and then a week went by and I had another losing trade, then I have to wait another week or another 3 days, that's going to affect me a lot more than the calmness that's brought to me thinking, oh, okay, well, there'll be another trade in a few hours, or another, tomorrow, right? So that when you're in a drawdown, there is comfort trading the lower time frames, because you're closer to a potential winner than just trading the dailies, for instance. So that's another emotional benefit. So then when you start running, bringing in other streams of income, remember, I'm still using my trading for whatever income. My wealth creation system is there, and it's utilized no matter what income streams are dumped into the top of it. So my investing, my stock investing, my index funds, my trading account, all of that is exactly the same. And then whatever income streams that I dump into that, then it just grows the whole pot, and I allocate it the same way, and I trade the same pot. But when you start having more and more income streams, it doesn't make sense to have the pressure of trading lower time frames, because I'm at a place in my life now where I can just trade on the daily, and I know that I'm going to get the good returns, and I haven't got that worry about, oh no, this is my only income, and I won't be able to live if I miss this trade. So I'm just at a different part of my wealth creation journey at the moment. So I can't really, I can't really, I can't comment on that. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to
No,
say.
well, here's the thing. When I realized that a lot, if not everything, deals with psychology
Mm-hmm.
in trading. Whenever you pick up the ciphers and advanced patterns and structure and everything, draw, all the technicals are there, they're in place. You still fail. You keep failing, you keep failing, you keep failing. And it's nothing to do with the technicals effectively. Once I realized that, I thought, right, I need to fix my psychology first. And I kind of thought, well, the smaller time frames that don't help me do that. Initially, once I just started the journey, as Gita did just recently, once I started, I thought, right, half a year time, max a year time, and I'll be all set. I'll quit my job. I'll be all right with trading. Now that I've realized it probably wouldn't happen, I think, right, I'm absolutely confident with my job, what I do now. By the way, it massively increased in terms of quality of my operations because of trading, because of all these skills that I realized. I kind of see the fluctuations and the, all these spikes in people's lives. They really don't know what they want. They really don't follow their own rules. And I'm talking about myself personally on a daily life with this routine and all this accountability session. Small little things, and you keep changing, you keep thinking about them differently, and you tweak yourself. And I realized, right, this is my problem. So I'm going to shift towards the daily time frame because I want to build this mental capacity, this psychological structure to hold all these problems. And when I shifted to daily chore, obviously I thought, what do I do when a candle prints just once a day? I'll do daily chore.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Had to cut it a little bit short because it was a rather long interview, and I don't want these podcast episodes stretching out longer than they need to be. But also want to give you a reminder that we just started day 1 of the Beat the House Trading Workshop. So just in case you missed it, make sure you register. You can still join live for the remaining days. You can still register and be sent the recordings, the full recordings, even if you missed day 1 after each and every day is complete. So there's a link in the show notes, or if you're on your desktop, go to www.tier1trading.com and there should be a pop-up Beat the House free 4-day, 3 days left, online trading workshop. Check it out.